Hey guys, I'm going to briefly go over a couple of things today. We're going to be talking about Pioneer cdj2000s. We're going to be talking about using the Pioneer Ddjsx. We're going to be talking about Record Box. We're going to be talking about Serato. Basically, what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you kind of the pros and cons of controllers versus CD players and running off USB sticks. So, right off the bat, I DJ'd last night. I was called out the last minute. I didn't have a controller. I didn't have a computer. I had nothing with me, but I was at work and I had access to music, right? So I went and got a couple USB sticks, some Kingston 16 gig jobs, and loaded it up. I knew they had a cdj2000, and I thought, what the hell, right? Let's go for it. So just getting the music onto the sticks, I had to duplicate it, right? Because 850s don't have Ethernet. So there's a bit of prep time just loading up my music. So it's not like I really had the time to organize the music very well either. Just folder, 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 right? And so I get to the place now on these jobs here, on a 2000, it's not, we're not going to be able to pick this up on the thing at all. There we go, maybe sort of, kind of, there we go. So, just like on an on 850, you have that, but you're on a very small screen, so you only can see a few things at a time, right? But so here's an example. Here's some music. So, okay, all this new stuff. Let's go look at hip hop, for instance. So there's not much. That's not so bad. We look here. It's quite a bit of stuff, right? So there's really, we can go by pages on this thing here, but on an 850, not really, So yeah, it was just, you know what I mean? And right here, I can't browse by BPM. I load up. Oh, look at that. And I've got a data error on that track. So because this hasn't, nothing's happened to this thing, it's, and it only builds the waveform as fast as it plays it. So that's kind of pointless and useless, but, within, doesn't take you very long, and the tempo will show up, or the BPM should show up, should detect it. Hasn't detected it yet. Probably hip hop with a lot of vocals, right? And I don't have this thing even turned up. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're back. So, I switched over. I'm going to switch to something else here. Let's see how fast it detects here. Okay. That wasn't too bad, right? Let me switch over here. Pull that one. And if I go back, and look, it's gonna has to sit there and reanalyze it all over again, right? If you let the whole thing go in and build the whole waveform, then it's going to save it. So, you know what? Just playing off straight USBs with no preparation, it's not the best way to do it. I did it last night. Thank God for some big mixes, so everything, I didn't have to do that many mixes. So here, now we got Record Box. Now, as you can see right now, I'm in the middle. I've been transferring 300 songs over to my stick for quite some time. But Record Box, has the ability to scan your music, build a waveform, let you use quantization, which is basically kind of like what the other software's been doing already, Tractor and Serato both, right? So when you do your perfect loops and stuff, so this shit here requires you to really organize and prepare your set and a lot of prep time. There's no just on the fly doing the shit. So keep in mind, this thing here, they're not cheap. You know what I mean? They're a little pricey. But then let's get over to this. We have a Ddjsx. We're running Serato DJ, and right off the bat, I can just sit there and scroll through. I can type in what I'm looking for. I can build I can build my playlist right on the fly if I want to. You know what I mean? It's really an easy system. Hit play. You know what? It builds a waveform very quickly. It can decode and build it faster than it plays it. It can detect BPM far better. Sorry for the light source in the background there. You know what I mean? Like, I discovered, yeah, cdj is great and all, and it's good to have record box and have a stick with a bunch of good banging shit set up and prepared and ready to roll, just in case you're in a club and you get an opportunity to go spin. You get called at the last minute, you've got a bunch of shit set up. Now here's the reality, is like, unless you're spinning on a cdj2000, the record box shit's probably not the best anyways. If you're lucky enough, you'd be spinning on a cdj2000 Nexus. But that's what my real point is. This technology is doing everything in its power to sit there and copy what controllers and software have been doing forever. So, you have a computer already, you spent $1,000 on this, and you've got a complete system, you know what I mean? Like, it's... And you know what? Those 850s last night, when people say, oh, things like, they fucked up on me. They did. They were doing like reverse backwards things. There's points where I had to turn one off, turn it back on again. Like, you know, okay, they're older 850s, but the bottom line is things fucked up on me more last night using CDJs than they ever have with using the controller. So do I think CDJs are better? I think they're industry standard. Yes. I think they're in the clubs. And you should know how to use them. But on the other hand, mixed on a controller is far better. It's not that it's easier or anything, you know what I mean? Like, this shit just making you do work that you shouldn't have to do. I shouldn't have to do all that prep bullshit. And then people are like, well, why do you need a waveform? And that's the other case too. You're right, I don't need a waveform. You could just say, fuck it. Put on a stick, do some old school beat matching, but once again, who's paying anybody at their job more money to do more work? You're getting the same pay, and I'm going to work harder than the guy who makes the same pay and hits a fucking sync button? That's stupid. Sorry. I don't care what the creating is. cdj2000 Nexuses are the best ones on the planet right now, and they have a sync button. And that goddamn mixer links everything in, so all the effects work with sync, and you can multi-layer for things. You could spend $8,000 to do the same shit that this thing for $1,000 does. Plus, say, $1,000 computer, so say $2,000 total. And you can do the same shit as $8,000 worth of Pioneer equipment. This, hey, that says Pioneer. So, what the hell, right? Bottom line is, me buying this, was it the best thing in the world to do? The only way to know about something is to use it. So I can honestly give a fair, honest opinion and say, so far at this point in juncture, with just this one, I don't know if I'm going to invest in another one. I probably will, but I'm a fucking idiot. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you later.